This is like the third time I've filmed this video over the past couple of months. Will this be the version of the video that makes it to the internet? I'm not confident. Hey guys, May here. Today I'm going to be talking about something that I've wanted to talk about for so long, but every time I try to make this video, I just can't get the words out in a way that I don't think will offend people. And I am trying really hard not to offend people when I do these videos. So we're just gonna talk for 10 minutes today and we'll see what happens. So today I want to talk about things that K-pop unboxers and K-pop YouTubers don't normally talk about and things that get left out. As you guys know, I'm not the biggest K-pop YouTube channel on YouTube or whatever. I feel like that's not important for making a video like this. But I have been into K-pop YouTube since 2010, and I've been on this channel since 2011, 2012, I think. Let's go ahead and get into this video. There are things that I have wanted to talk about in videos, but I just feel like are like things that I shouldn't talk about. I don't know why I feel like I shouldn't talk about these things, but I feel like they're just so unspoken that I don't want to talk about them. So the first thing I want to talk about is how I got into this channel. So I basically started this channel because I was moving away from all of my K-pop friends, and I had a parody channel where I made fake subs for music videos before this channel, and I was very into that channel. It had about 19,000 subscribers at its peak. Then I wanted to do chat videos and unboxing videos because I was collecting albums, but I wasn't like documenting it anywhere. And I saw a lot of people on YouTube doing that and making reaction videos and talking about K-pop and doing top 10 boy groups and top 10 girl group videos. And I really wanted to do all of those because I thought that it would help me find internet friends who liked K-pop so that I wouldn't be so sad about moving to a tiny hick town in the middle of nowhere that had no K-pop fans and leaving all of my K-pop friends from my old state when I lived in Seattle. So that's one of the reasons I started this channel. It has helped me find an incredible community. Like, I literally love this K-pop community so much. I will say bad things about it every once in a while, but I do love this K-pop community. And I really enjoy making videos. It is something that I never thought that I'd be good at because I was and still am such a shy individual, but for some reason talking to a camera is so easy. And it has done so many good things for my confidence. It has done so many good things for just me as a person. It has helped me a lot in my life, honestly. And when things have been bad, I have turned to YouTube and I've made YouTube videos in hard times in my life and just talked about other things and come back to this community. So I am very grateful for this community and I can't see myself leaving it anytime soon. Someone pulled up right next to me, so I had to move because I felt super self-conscious. And it has done so many good things for my confidence. Yeah. So I started K-pop YouTube pretty innocently. I really wanted people to see my videos and talk to people. It was never for anything big or whatever, but I really enjoyed it, and I started watching a lot more collectors because, like I said, I wanted to make friends. So I was watching other people's videos and commenting on them and just making more connections with people. And I realized that people collected a lot differently than I did, because when I first got into K-pop, I was okay with just having one version of the album or just version A of the Super Junior album, and then I saw people get all the versions of the albums, and suddenly I wanted all the versions of the albums. And I'm not saying this wasn't just something that naturally would have come to me anyways if I was not sharing my collection on the internet. But yeah, and then I get a lot of comments that are like, why don't you like this group, why don't you like that group? And back in the day, that really did influence me, because when I made top boy group and girl group videos, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to include this group or else I'm gonna get comments saying, where is this group? You mentioned them once, I thought you liked them, yada yada yada. I feel like this happens to a lot of new K-pop YouTubers as well. I see a lot of people who come online and they don't really collect a group, but they get so many comments saying, where's this group? And then suddenly they are collecting that group because they want to gain subscribers and views and whatever, and that's perfectly fine to do if that's what you want to do. But then you see these people doing sale videos, which is funny for me to say because I do have a sale video coming up, but a lot of it is extra copies of albums that I just want to get rid of, or extra versions that I decided, you know, I'm just trying to clean out things. I've seen pop up on YouTube will do all the versions because they know that will get them the most views. They do huge haul videos that will later put them into debt because that's what will get them views. I've heard K-pop YouTubers talk about having extreme debt on their credit cards. I've heard about K-pop YouTubers collecting this group because they know that group is popular and it will get them views even though they don't really like that group. I've heard a lot of people who very seriously will collect a popular group and buy all the versions of everything Japanese and extra things, and then come out later and be like, you know what, I really don't like this group as much as I used to. I really don't want to collect this group, and they will lose subscribers because of that. I've seen it happen time and time again. And I think that a lot of people don't realize what those kinds of comments, the effect of those kinds of comments that it has on the creator. I know that when I used to care about hate comments, because I don't anymore, when I used to care about hate comments, it would bug me. I'd be like, oh my gosh, maybe I need to change the whole way I do things because this one individual hiding behind a picture of a K-pop idol on the internet told me that I suck, or that my opinion is irrelevant, or that I talk too much, or I talk too little, or they didn't like what I said about this concept or this member. Or the other comment, oh my gosh, the other comment that still like annoys me and will get to me. So if you're someone out there who hates me and wants to know a way to make me irritated, here you go, and I know this is for a lot of other collectors as well, because I have a lot of collector friends and they will say this to me, is the "you're rich" comment. Oh my goodness, it is so annoying. Like, I am not rich. I am nowhere near rich. And yes, I know that I am super lucky to be able to afford K-pop albums, but at the same time, when I work 10-hour shifts with no lunch break and I am wrestling a large dog to the ground to do his nails because I work at a veterinary clinic, I know that I think those comments in my brain, I'm like, oh, I'm so rich. Like, this, like, no, I work a full-time job, and I know a lot of my viewers are younger and are not at the point in their life yet where they will work a full-time job. But let me tell you, once you work a full-time job, you can make some money. And I am saving money to go to school right now, and I will tell you that I put more into my savings every month than I do into buying K-pop albums. I will tell you that, or I will pay off my credit card bill every single month. I'm never behind on that. I've never been behind on paying off student loans. I make sure to take care of those bills and those important things first before I buy K-pop albums. Except there are times that I will ignore those things, not my student loans or anything that has like a due date, but I will put less into my savings when an ultimate has to come back, because that is what's important to me, that I really care about pre-ordering that, even if it's not the exact ideal time, which is okay. It's okay for me to do that every once in a while, because it's not like my ultimates have comebacks every 5 minutes except for Monsta X. But besides that, yeah, I feel like that's okay. But I get the rich comment on everything, which is why at the beginning of every single collection video, I need to tell you guys, even if you've heard me say it 8,000 times, that I have been collecting for a long time, because I get those comments from people who just look at my size of my collection and think she must have done this like in the past 3-4 months. No, it's been years. I've been collecting for years and years and years, and I have been saving for years and years and years, and I have been working for years and years and years. When I was in high school, I did a lot of babysitting jobs in the evenings of everything, and I would do errand chores for my parents around the house, and I would mow the lawn, and I would spend. There was one day that we got a lot of snow, and my mom said that she would pay me if I did our driveway. This is when I lived in that little hick town, and 4 hours shoveling our long driveway, because we lived in the middle of the woods, 4 hours, and I was sore the whole next day. But because I really wanted that K-pop album, I worked really hard for it. And that's kind of always been my mentality, is that if you really want something, just work really hard and it will come to you. It will work. So that's just the way that I am when it comes to things, and I don't explain that all the time. And I feel like a lot of people think that money just falls out of the sky. Like, that would be fantastic if money fell out of the sky into my lap and I didn't have to work all the time. But I do, because that's just how life works. And I don't buy a lot of clothes for myself. I don't buy a lot of makeup. Well, I buy quite a bit of makeup, but I don't spend money on very many things besides the things I need to spend money on and K-pop. So, you know, and food. I spend quite a bit of money on food, and caffeine. that's important. But but you know, so I really hate those hate comments, and I know it bugs a lot of other people, and I know that it's made some of my friends like anxious, and it's given them like they wanted to quit K-pop YouTube because the comments just become so much. So I'm not saying that you can't comment whatever opinion you want, because like I said, you can comment whatever you want on my videos, and I will probably just laugh it off and maybe send it to a friend and be like, can you see this comment I got today? So if you send me hate comments regularly, that's what I do with them. They don't really bug me anymore. But if you're gonna go off after some, I know there's a bunch of haul channels that have recently popped up, and I know they get a lot of comments about being rich, and I'm sure that they work their butts off just the way I do to afford K-pop and to afford being alive. Being alive is expensive. Once you're an adult, it's expensive. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's something that I feel like K-pop YouTubers don't talk about, is that the comments really do affect us, and it really does make us anxious and nervous to post. And I've heard some people say that they don't want to film because they just don't have any motivation to film because they know they're going to get these kinds of comments. So the influence of other influencers, the influence of the commenters, I also think there is just the influence of the YouTube algorithm that has a lot of effect on K-pop YouTubers, because a few years ago, having K-pop YouTubers have like 1 million subscribers, or I think I've seen a lot of K-pop YouTube drama channels. Oh my gosh. So I personally do not watch any of these drama channels. I watch this one channel. I haven't subscribed to her yet because I find subscribing to be a very like long time commitment thing, so I don't subscribe to people pretty easily. But there is this one channel that I've been watching lately who is like a drama channel. She's more of like a chat channel, and I absolutely love her videos. And I think they're so funny, and I feel like we have a lot of similar stances on things, which is always nice to watch. They will have some of the most clickbaity titles that you've ever seen. There's a couple of them that are just so bad. Oh my gosh. But I feel like if you are a new K-pop YouTuber, I get this question all the time, like advice on how to start a K-pop YouTube channel. Don't feel like you need to have every single version of everything. Don't feel like your collection is not as good as someone else's because you don't buy all the versions, or that you, like, some people unbox literally everything they get, and I have gotten away from that because I feel like it makes my channel really cluttered. You can do that if you want. I know a lot of people who do unbox every single thing that they get, and I think that's awesome. I love that. And I know that there are a lot of people who will just do hauls every once in a while, and I love that. And I feel like I get this question a lot. Are there too many K-pop YouTube channels? I don't think so. If you look at another community on YouTube, like let's go with the beauty community, or the storytime community, or the I don't watch, or the bullet journal community. I watch a lot of bullet journal videos. There's a lot of channels there. The bullet journal community is another one that's recently up and coming and becoming more popular on YouTube. There aren't too many K-pop YouTube channels. I don't think there can be too many. I don't think that's a possible thing, but I think there are a lot of K-pop channels that just try to copy what somebody else does and hope that it works for them. And I can't say that I haven't been a victim of this in the past. I am not a victim of it now. You guys know that I don't make every single title of my unboxings like perfect and the same. Sometimes I will make weird titles for my unboxings, and that's just the way I just find that fun. That's just the way I like to do it. I don't mean for it to be clickbaity. If it is, I'm sorry. And I feel like there's a lot of people who are afraid to share their own opinion on YouTube because they're afraid of the comments, which is fine, I guess. But in 2019, I'm gonna stop really caring about that because, like I said, in 2018, I stopped really caring about negative comments, so don't care anymore. These are just some of the things. I think this was actually a pretty decent video for me filming this 3 times. So there's just a lot of things that influence K-pop YouTubers that we don't really talk about. I'm sure I will think of others in the future, and I will probably make a second part to this video. But if there's anything you want me to rant about, go ahead and leave it in the comment section down below. And if you're scrolling through the comments and you see something you would like me to talk about, go ahead and give that comment a thumbs up so that I know that multiple people want me to talk about it. You can thumbs up your own comment. I won't judge you, I promise. I will feature that comment in the next video of whatever ranting topic I decide to do. So let me know down in the comment section down below below what you want me to talk about. And also, if you are a K-pop YouTuber, what is one thing you'd like people to know that want to be a K-pop YouTuber? And if you are not a K-pop YouTuber, what is one question you have about starting a K-pop YouTube channel, if it's what you're interested in, or maybe you're just curious. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm starving at the grocery store. I'm gonna go buy some groceries, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!